Hi, I'm Natalia.
And I'm Leslie Marie.
And this is the Why You're Early, We Are Fashionably Late podcast,
where we talk about the clothing we wear and the untold but very true stories about why we wear what we wear.
This wasn't the outfit I had planned. I had an outfit.
Yeah.
But.
Talk about your outfit. What are you wearing? Because she feels a little self-conscious. But
No.
You look fine.
So I had an outfit planned.
Yeah.
Because we were going to film this a few days before this day.
Before Halloween. Now we're filming it after Halloween.
Her laptop wasn't charged. So we're like, oh, we'll do it tomorrow. Well, tomorrow is today. And that's like 4 days later.
Yeah.
An outfit that I first had was like gorgeous, cute, like skinny legend skeleton. Now it's prison Mike skeleton.
I thought you were going for a zebra. I'm so sorry. Okay, describe your outfit.
I was told once I wore this long sleeve once.
Yeah.
Under a Starbucks shirt because I used to work at Starbucks. During the week of Halloween, and a regular of mine came in. He goes. A regular of mine, okay?
Yeah.
He sees me
every
single time he goes in there, right? Tell me why he thought these were tattoos. And I was like,
yo.
He's like, you have tattoos? And I was like, you see me every day.
My guy, do you even know me?
I'm sorry, I'm yelling. I was like, in my mind, I was like, you see me every day.
Yeah. What's not clicking?
Don't wear long sleeves because I live in California, so I can't wear long sleeves.
Yeah.
You know, like we just know.
Because it's the middle of
hot.
November. Well, not really, but it's literally November.
My arms are exposed. My neck
degrees.
is usually exposed, like in a good way, you know? Yeah, today I was so lazy to cover my tattoos.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
But what are you wearing for the people who are listening to us and not...
H&M.
No, Nelly. What are you wearing? Describe it to our listeners.
Well, you told me I looked like a zebra. I thought I looked like a skeleton.
Okay, Natalie is wearing a long sleeve
mesh
top.
A long sleeve
mesh
top that is zebra patterned. I thought it looked like a skeleton. It looks like a zebra from Leslie's point of view. My outfit before was a long, like I was gonna wear like a knitted sweater.
Yeah.
But I forgot it.
Yeah.
So now I'm wearing just a black shirt.
Yeah. Over it.
Okay.
So you're doing
it's
like
giving
a layer.
90s actually. You know,
it's giving a bit of grunge. Anyways, I'm not gonna.
Leslie looks like Chucky's wife.
I do. And so I have this. It's like a striped orange shirt. I got it from the men's section at Cotton On. I don't regret it at all. I love it. It's oversized. It's so cute. And I mean, I do look like Chucky's bride. The hair I had in the morning, I did. But now I'm trying to put it in this updo. I wanted it to give Pamela Anderson, but I don't think it is. It looks like a bird.
Like from here, yes. From here, I'm like this.
Yeah. That's why. That's in the back. Nobody knows. Party in the front.
Like un gallo.
Yeah. So now I don't know if I'm.
She's looking for her mate.
Anyways.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Anyway.
Like the back of your hair. That's what it looks like. Like a chicken.
Is it? No, isn't that the... Yeah, I know what you're saying, but...
A rooster.
Yeah.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. I don't know my animals.
Okay. So, this episode, yes, guys.
This is Halloween. This
after
is Halloween.
Halloween.
This is Halloween.
But we're talking about Halloween. What are some of the costumes, Natalie, that you saw out and about on Halloween, though?
When I was working, there's this...
Sorry, I'm drinking my...
They, like, passed right in front of me. Well, like, outside. But they dressed up as, like, Barbie and Ken, this couple. And it was so cute. Like, but they were, like, teenagers.
Okay.
And she was Barbie. But the thing was that she didn't have blonde hair. She had, like, dark hair. But she, like, had it long and stuff. Yeah. And then he was Ken and stuff. And I was like, that is so cute.
I was expecting to see a lot more, like, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. And I didn't.
I saw it on, like, Twitter and stuff like that. Like that one where the couple, the boyfriend dressed up as Taylor Swift, and then she dressed up as a map because Taylor Swift put Travis Kelce on the map.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I saw
on social media. The costumes were really good. Like,
they were TikTok memes.
Did you see the girl that dressed up like Belle, and then her boyfriend, instead of dressing up as the Beast, dressed up as like Lumiere? But it was so good that you were like, I can't even be mad.
I think it was really good. Like, he was like, the Beast? No. My true icon? Hey, at least he didn't dress up like the clock.
Yeah, that's true.
That's and also the one that who's that wonderful lady?
Yeah. Somebody dressed up like that? Oh my god.
That meme. I'm not gonna sing.
Yeah. So for trick-or-treaters, there was a lot of like dinosaurs. Somebody dressed up like a dinosaur. Like they had it was like an inflatable outfit, like a little kid. And then their parents were the little like the Jurassic Park wranglers, which is so
wranglers?
Cute. That's what they
Rangers,
called it, right?
No?
No, like they wrangled the dinosaurs.
I thought they were rangers.
I don't know what they're called, but it's Chris Pratt's character. Is it Jurassic World or Jurassic Park?
I'm gonna search
you know what
because
I mean.
My ADHD is gonna be just thinking, is it wranglers? Wranglers? Yeah. Wranglers.
Also, me and Ellie
Jurassic
Park have a list of sister costumes we want to do. And so we obviously didn't dress up like sister costumes. It's because like Halloween's over and like we have to function in society today. So
it's kind of
weird. It's kind of like an in-between outfit.
He's just a former military man and animal expert
whatever. But that's what the parents dressed up as. You want to read off the list of the costumes that we have so ready?
Like, something in my glasses.
That we want to do as sisters.
I'm saying this and I know
that's your idea.
Okay, these are good ones, guys. These
They're
are
really good ones.
Like some of these you're just like, I'll be like, you have to, like, but you don't understand. Like there is an attachment to it for us.
To the characters.
We have an attachment to the character.
And like we could embody the character.
I love how you say that. And the first one that it is Zoolander.
I would be Owen Wilson's character. I know for a fact. I would eat that up. Like, look at my hair. It's already halfway there. You know I would eat that up. I would. And then you would do the... Do it. She does a good one.
No.
Please show the folks. This is why you guys have to watch the YouTube video.
Okay. The next one is the Lizzie McGuire movie. The one where it's her and the other...
Isabella. I feel like that one's been done, though. But, you know, we could put it in the back burner.
We get told constantly that we're twins. We're not twins.
Yeah. Again, I would be the blonde one. I'd be Hilary Duff's character, Lizzie. Well, she plays both characters.
Going back to that we're sisters, that they look like sisters. They, the Princess and the Pauper.
Yep, the Barbie version. Is there another version?
I don't know. I only know the Barbie version.
Anyways, I would make my dress though.
Yeah. Wait, would you do like the whole like?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a mini skirt.
The whole thing. No. I'd go full out. No. I'm gonna embody this character.
Like, do you know where we live?
Yeah, California. It's 85 degrees right now.
That trick or treating is not gonna help you. Yeah. The other one is Kim Possible and Shigo, because that's very much of an older sister, younger sister type of relationship.
I'm guessing I would be Shigo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be Kim Possible.
Yeah. Natalie has the pants. The other day you wore an outfit and I was like, Kim Possible. And then she got so offended.
I think that day you thought we were filming, but I wasn't ready. And you're like, oh, you're ready. You with your Halloween costume. And I was like,
she got so offended.
And I looked at her and I go, I disown you. About disownment.
The last one.
The last one is Thor and Loki. I'd obviously be Loki.
No, I'd be Loki.
No, you're Thor. You got the blonde hair.
I have the blonde hair. Dang it. That one came to bite me in the butt. If you don't know,
if we were Loki and Sylvie, you'd be Sylvie.
Oh yeah. Oh, we could do that one too. But I feel like that's more of a couples costume. I'm you know what? I feel like there's always couples costumes or there's just like single costumes, which like I have a list for a couples costumes. Whenever I get my boo thing. But no one talks about sibling costumes. Like, can we please put that? Like, also, you know what I would do? Mustard and ketchup.
You know which one I was thinking of? But we had to do this as our cousin because our cousin's like our brother.
Oh yeah,
Alvin and the Chick
Yep,
Books.
I know. I'll be Alvin for sure. I look good in red.
Wait, my Theodorix, I'm the short one.
Yep. And you're like the baby.
Yeah, because my cousin's tall.
Yeah.
He'd be Simon.
Yeah, with his glasses.
But I was thinking, Alvin and the Chick Books.
I like that one.
Okay.
Also, the Three Blind Mice. I would love. Like, I'm already wearing the glasses.
You know what's another sibling? Another sibling costume?
Uh-huh.
Two Ghosts by Harry Styles. You just need two ghosts. It's so easy.
That song is by Taylor Swift, and we all know it. Okay.
Mom and Dad.
All right.
Those were our list
for sibling costumes.
So let's officially start this podcast. That was a very long intro. So let's start this podcast. So why do I wear this skeleton?
Why is she trying to look like a zebra?
Because I'm in the wild.
You know what it's giving now? Another sibling costume. The one
you say Madagascar.
Yes! I could be the lion and you could be the
zebra. When you said zebra, you said, you know what it's giving?
I'm literally joking because it's so funny.
It's not. Anyways, before I was attacked.
Sorry. How are you attacked?
I don't know, because I wasn't going to look like a zebra, but no.
I was making fun of myself.
I bought this shirt and I did not think that I looked like a zebra. I don't think that. Anyways.
I want you to post a picture of a zebra just like on
next to me.
And then the one from Madagascar.
Anyways, okay, so oh my gosh.
Can I start with the history? Because I'm kind of excited about this.
Yeah.
So,
this is Halloween. This is Halloween.
Let's go back
to the beginning.
Okay. So Halloween is technically like what we know as Halloween today.
It's Hallow Eve.
Hold on. It's technically, I'm trying to be dramatic here. It's technically 2 holidays rolled into one. And a lot of people didn't know that. Okay. So originally, Halloween, right, came around the 1840s. Like that's when it made its way to the US. Not that it hadn't existed before, but just here in the US soil. And it was a Celtic festival, aka a pagan holiday, as it was known, where they would light a bonfire, they'd wear costumes, and then they ward off ghosts. Like that was the whole thing. It was to ward off ghosts. Low key, it was giving a cult vibe. But then Pope Gregory III, right? So that was on. So he wanted it to be an All Saints Day, which he then called All Hallows Eve.
Well, why do we celebrate Halloween only one day then?
Hold on.
It should be a whole weekend.
But then it got morphed because people would celebrate Hallows Eve. So like the day before, kind of like Christmas, like Christmas Day, Christmas Eve. So it got morphed on the 31st so that they could celebrate like a day in advance basically, and that's what we know as Halloween because it's like morphing 2 ideas into one.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, I mean, like I don't know, it's like Christmas where it's like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like that whole vibe. Also, I feel like if you're a Christian though, it's better known as Trunk and Treasure Day or Trunk and Treat Day. Because, you know, it'd be in the parking lot and then
you decorate your trunk.
It's literally the same thing. It's just in the church parking lot.
Praising Jesus.
I mean, not really. You dress up. Like, it's literally the same thing.
You're just not out in the street.
You're just not out in the streets where it's dangerous. You're literally in the parking lot of the church. Yeah, and then sometimes you have a fair. And...
I think...
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah. Okay. So there's more.
I don't know.
I did a lot of history.
I don't know any of this. I'm just here for the ride, guys. I'm like you, learning.
I did a lot of like research for this, like the history of it, because I don't know, it intrigued me. Okay, traditions with like Halloween, right?
Yes.
You know how they had like apple paring and like the yarn and the mirror and like there's like old traditions. These are old traditions, right? It was literally used because women back then wanted to manifest their husband. So they do these tricks to... It was like a very superstitious thing where they do these tricks in order to like manifest their husband.
Their hoobies.
Yes. So around the 1920s to the 1950s, trick or treat started, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which really, let's talk about it. The youth of America at that time were the boomers. And I know we like don't give them much credit, but they really started the whole trick-or-treating thing because they would vandalize. Like they would TP houses, throw eggs.
You don't see that now.
No, you don't see that now.
You don't hear about it.
Exactly. And so they would like use that day or like that night to like go around the neighborhood and like, you know, vandalize things, make a mess. And so instead what people did almost like as a peace offering is that they'd give out candies, right? So it was like a whole, you either get a trick or a treat. So people would be like, I'd rather give you candy so you don't mess up my house.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. And then in the late 70s, early 80s, as we know, it kind of became a bigger thing, like more known into corporate America, where it's like, because of the movies. So like, obviously.
You got Scream.
Halloween.
We got Hocus Pocus.
Yeah. Like, we have so many. I love how you, like, stopped at those three.
I was trying to think of more.
But yeah, and then it became more of, like, a national holiday where it's, like, a lot of money gets invested into buying candy and costumes.
Yeah.
What we know as.
A lot of people, you know, since we're in the topic of fashion, design their own. You know, like, they
make their own costumes.
You know, it's like the Love on Tour girlies were preparing for this moment. This, like, you know,
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's true. Like, you do see it in a lot of like film-esque like TV things. And I think, like, I remember the Zach and Cody one, the episode. That one was creepy. I was like,
when Esteban was like, I can't.
And like, it's this thing where it's like, you knew like that whole like the whole like that show season. In general, like that season, you're like, yes. And the Halloween one came up and you're like, what are they gonna do for the Halloween episode? And it's like sometimes like every year was like out of the park. Like, and I'm just saying like Sweet Life, Zach and Cody, but also like growing up, we got like the Community when they did the paintball one.
The paintball, yeah.
And then New Girl,
Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
the heist or whatever.
Yeah.
I will always remember the New Girl one when they go to the maze. When Nick goes to the maze, and and so every time, like every October that my friends want to go to a haunted maze, I'm just like, watch this episode. That's gonna be me.
Yeah, that's live footage of Natalie and the haunted.
I'm like, so if you want to go again, don't invite me. She's like, I will stay in the car waiting for you guys, you know, like whatever. But I will not go in because you will get kicked out, and then we will not be able to go again.
You would get kicked in the face and then kicked out.
Yeah. Because I'm just so terrified. Like, I don't know how to react, and my instinct is to punch.
I feel like that's another thing too. Growing up, I feel like we love the costume part of it, but I don't think we like the scary part of it. Because, like, we don't really like scary movies. We don't like haunted houses. No. Like,
I avoid Target during that time. I avoid Target, Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot.
The whole thing.
I don't avoid Home Goods or, like, Hobby Lobby or, like, you know, Michael's, but I do avoid the other ones.
The ones that, like, have the talking animals. I feel like that goes back to your mascot fear, though.
Dude, and then they release Five Nights at Freddy, and then it's all over my TikTok, and I'm like,
you should watch that.
Absolutely not. I'm trying not to.
Yeah, I feel so. Do you want to read the list of Halloween movies, right? Because we have two. I have the scary ones, and I have the ones that you and me, or no, sorry. First I have the ones that you and me would watch, and then I have the scary ones, like the actual scary ones. So it's Hocus Pocus. I named that one.
Mm-hmm. I want to talk about the Casper one because one of my nieces was like, I want to watch scary movies.
You put Casper.
I put Casper on. Tell me why she was scared. I was like, this is Casper. There's nothing. I'm not even scared.
She's not afraid of the Grinch, but she's afraid of Casper.
Yeah, I'm afraid of the Grinch.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of the Grinch. And I put Casper on. She was like, turn off.
She was so scared. I don't even think we made it through the first 5 minutes of that movie.
And then my other niece was like, look here, like, this is a ghost. Like,
yeah, like, we're chilling.
So there's Casper. The Nightmare Before Christmas. I love that movie. I watched it every year in my fashion class, in my English class. I love that movie.
But this is the thing. That begs the question. Is that a Christmas movie or is that a Halloween movie? I say it's both.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Anyways, Halloween Town. I actually didn't watch that one.
I watched a few of them. They're good.
I didn't watch them.
I mean, as a Disney kid growing up, they were good.
I didn't watch Coraline, or I haven't watched Coraline.
It's pretty good.
The Addams Family, I know only because of Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't. You
never watched the original ones?
No.
They're good.
Ghostbusters, watch the old ones. Love the new one. It's so funny.
Like, that would be a good costume, too.
Mm-hmm. Stranger Things, obviously. But yeah, those are the not so scary.
Those are the ones we watch. When we say we like scary stuff, that's what we mean.
I will not be watching The Grinch during Christmas. I will be watching it during Halloween.
Terrified of it.
I'm terrified of it.
Now for the really scary ones, Natalie. The ones that I can't even
look at the
commercial.
No. I can't even look at the picture.
The poster.
The poster.
Yeah.
I get terrified.
I get
The Nun?
Oh, nope.
Sorry, God. I'm gonna say it. The Father, the Son, and the House of Gucci. Oh my God.
What are the other scary ones though? literally. Like, obviously,
Hold my hand.
Halloween.
This is gonna be too scary for me.
Halloween.
Scream. Chucky. How many Chucky movies do we have to make?
Like,
how many Scream movies do we have to make?
Oh my god, all of the, also, that's another thing too, right? No hate, but like, every single Halloween movie, right? Like, every year you just come up with a different one. It's like Fast and the Furious, but for Halloween. Like, can we not think of any other Halloween movies? Like, come on, guys.
The
like,
other
Scream
one...
25, we don't need it. We really don't need it. It's not at 25, but I'm being dramatic.
The Freddy and Jason versus Jason.
Yeah.
They also, the other one, the one that has a mask and the knife.
That's him.
That's Jason?
I think that's Freddy.
I thought something Myers.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that one too.
The one they make jokes about like,
him,
if you can get into the house before he catches you. I literally grab his knife, stab him, and then I'll go at my house comfortably.
I feel like Natalie...
Or I'd scream. I'd be like...
In Fear, Natalie has a fight response.
Yes, I do.
She does not fly. She fights. And, like, she will flip a person. Like, she fights. She fights. Don't scare her. My dad tried to scare her one time. She flipped the man.
On the couch.
Like, she literally, like, we were all shook because he tried to scare her. She literally flipped him. And at that point, he was what? Like, over 200 pounds. Like, he was a grown man. And Natalie flipped him because she was,
I was
so
a weedy baby of 100 pounds.
Don't scare her. Don't scare her.
The other day, Leslie scared me at work, and I was like cleaning, and I didn't see her, and I go, I
already know though, so I just like dodged the punch.
And I was
I already know if I had to scare you.
Don't scare me.
Yeah.
Anyways,
or you kick.
Yes, I do.
And she
I get
hard.
scared.
Like she's a high kicker. You know what I'm saying? Like she can break a jaw.
Aside from all the shits and giggles, the criers, the screamers,
I want to know, like, what kind of person are you? Like, can that be the poll? What kind of person are you when it comes to being in a haunted house? Like, do you fight? Do you
all the above.
Scream? Do you cry?
All the above. All of it. I feel like in the moment I'd scream and I'd fight, and then when I'm out, I'd cry.
Yeah.
I'd be like, like I can't contain my emotions anymore.
You would.
But aside from,
then you laugh because you're like,
I nervous laugh.
Nervous laughs.
I feel like Leslie knows me so well that when she knows I'm either in an uncomfortable situation or I'm scared or something, I laugh, but like nervously. Like she knows my difference between when I'm good laugh to when I'm nervous laugh. And that's one of them.
Yeah. That's funny.
But aside from scary movies or whatever, we also we gotta talk about clothing. This is a fashion podcast, and why we wear what we wear during Halloween. It is the inspiration that we get through celebrities every year. I want to say though,
through films,
the one that always knocks out of the park, we never expect what she's gonna dress up, is Heidi Klum.
Yes. Yeah.
One year she was a calico.
I don't know what she was.
This year she was a peacock.
Yeah, and it's like, the thing is, like, she goes above and beyond because, like, she won't go to, like, the typical, like, oh, I saw this in a movie. Like, she'll go and be like, I'm in nature.
Something
babes.
different. Yeah.
Like, you know? I feel like another one that's pretty good at costumes is Gigi Hadid.
Yes.
Also, Zayn. Did you see Zayn's?
Yeah.
He was Voldemort, I think, right?
Yeah.
That was good, too.
He's very much of a Harry Potter
fan. That was good. And then also last year's costume, I think it was last year. And this year, too. Emma Chamberlain does really good ones.
Yeah, last year she was with her boyfriend at the time.
They broke up.
But they were the twins from The Shining, right?
Yeah.
The Shining?
Yeah.
Another scary movie.
Yeah.
And then this year she was Paper.
Yeah. No, and then, like, for rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, because she did it. And then, no, they did the Three Piggies.
Oh,
with her and her friends.
Yeah.
So, like, every year it's, like, good.
It's good.
It's just, like, it's funny. Like, I get that sometimes Halloween has to be scary in a sense, but she takes it to the funny route where you're just like,
Also, did you see, like, for, like, the Avengers characters? So, Tom Hiddleston dressed up as Daredevil. And then the guy who plays Daredevil dressed up as Loki. But then his Tom Hiddleston's wife dressed up as Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And then I think it was
Bradley Cooper
dressed up as Rocket.
And his daughter dressed up as who?
I think it was Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute. It's cute. But it's fun. I think it's fun to see, like, the costumes.
Especially when it's, like, actors who play that specific character, and like they either dress up like them or like someone a part of that thing.
It's like a nod.
So I think Chris Pratt's son dressed up as Captain America.
That's cute.
And Chris Pratt's like, you know who he is in Marvel and stuff. So it's just funny where it's like they're like at the end of the day they're parents. And this is like,
it's cute.
Their favorite holiday. Like, sorry, there's a car.
They're just like us. Also, this is my Roman Empire costume. You know who it is. Harry Styles.
As Stormtrooper.
You know why I think that impacted me? One, because we love Star Wars here. But also because I have a Stormtrooper's keychain and I had it for so long. And then he dressed up. I mean, that was a couple years ago. But like he dressed up like it and I was like, yo, we're connected.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's my Roman Empire. If you tell me about a celebrity with an outfit, that's
him.
Yeah.
Who would you dress up as? Who would have dressed? Who?
Let me rephrase that word.
So many words.
So many.
If you would have dressed up this year, who would you have dressed up as? Like if you would have done
I know the whole strike was happening, so like a lot of people were being advised not to dress up as Barbie, but I would have dressed up as Barbie.
Okay. That was another sister one that we thought of. Barbie.
The two Barbies. The one I would do is the one where she goes back with and she sees that Ken has turned her house into the Dojo Mojo Casa house. And she has the hat, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one I would have done. Where she's like crying on the floor. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. What about you? I feel like you'd go all out. You know, okay, I'm thinking of one that I feel like you
last year I wanted to do Ray.
Yep, there you go.
Because I had short hair and like to play around with my hair to put it away from my face for work and stuff. I did one where it was a 3 buns. So I did the 3 buns and I got the idea because this girl did like the Ray's hair and that's where I did. So I was like, I could dress up like Ray and I would love to dress up as Ray.
A lightsaber?
Yes.
Dude, that would be
cool. But if I had my red hair like I did last year, I would have dressed up as Wanda.
Oh.
Because I love Wanda.
That would be another one too.
So I would have dressed up as, but Wanda in WandaVision.
Oh, okay. You wouldn't do like Wanda in
Doctor Strange? No. I would do the outfit of Wanda in WandaVision. The one where she has her hoodie on when she flies away. Because the Wanda from the multiverse, her suit's different.
Yeah.
But I like
you like the other
with
one.
the little hoodie thing.
That makes sense.
Or the one where she's like dressed for the Halloween part of WandaVision.
Yeah. I feel like another one that I would do would be Carmi from Chefs. But also
from Chefs.
From the bear. Sorry. But the other one too is the cousin. No one dressed up like cousin. I would have dressed up like cousin.
That could be a silly one.
And then do that scene where they're fighting in the car.
The hot dog?
Yeah. They're fighting.
Who eats a hot dog with a ketchup? What idiot.
No, yeah. And then he's like, kids do. That was funny. Also, they made the Ghostbusters drink in that episode.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Anyways, we're getting off track. But what's an episode of us not going off track? I mean, no, technically we're in it. We're just getting too far ahead of ourselves.
This is
Can you tell we miss you guys?
We do.
Okay. Anyways, continue, Leslie.
Continue. Also, I feel like I would love to be a superhero. Like
you should be Captain Marvel.
Really?
Because of your blonde hair.
Yeah, I could see that. Also, like
or Sylvie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I would be Wanda or Black Widow. But Black Widow and Captain America, not so
Civil War, the
other one. The Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Also, I mean, hey, I could be Yelena too if you wanted to do a sibling one.
True.
A vest with all the pockets. Okay, now let's get into fashion. Couture. Let's get into the runway, baby.
Yeah.
How have we seen this Halloween trend on there, right? So the first runway show that comes to mind, right, is one that Jeremy Scott did for Moschino 2020. Suki Waterhouse came out in it. I think there's even like a Vogue, like a day in the life of Suki Waterhouse getting ready for that. And he basically did Halloween costumes, but on the runway for them. So like Suki Waterhouse was Drew Barrymore's character. I think it's in Scream. And so, but every model had like a character, which is really cool because you see like that touch on classic Halloween movies.
Yes.
And then it was done, I think it was done in like Universal Park, like in the middle of like the actual street where like movies were filmed, like Halloween movies were filmed, which is pretty cool because like that was the runway. That one is the first one that comes to mind. I think it's like really cool. Something else that comes to mind, which again, it's not on the runway, but it's like has to do with like fashion and has to do with Harry Styles, which we miss Harry Ween. Yes, we do.
We were all waiting for him to announce it. Even the day someone's like, I'll pay you somehow, but I'm gonna go.
But the past 2 Harry Weens that he did, he dressed up as Dorothy from Wizards of Waverly Place. Or Wizards of Oz. What am I talking about?
He dressed up as Dorothy from Wizard of Oz, and then he dressed up as Danny Zuko from Grease.
Thank you. Yes. And all of those, obviously, he has a stylist, and so therefore they are couture outfits turned into a Halloween costume.
Singing the song. Why we love it, why we love dressing up, the whole Halloween thing, especially for people that are like fashion designers or are looking for something like that,
a way into the fashion industry.
Into it, especially if you love Halloween and you're the type of person that loves like designing their outfits, like sewing it, doing all of this stuff,
or even styling
it.
If you love that styling part of Halloween,
like you want a career out of it, and fashion designer is one way, but you can also be a costume designer. Because if you think about it, like you are creating costumes, outfits for these characters, these people, especially like when it comes to like superheroes or like movie adaptations of like books or of this or of that, you know, like you have to really invest into that character to know
so they can embody
it. And it's like think of it Barbie wise. We had to look at like Barbie dolls and all this stuff to get the character right, and it's so many different outfits, and that was a costume designer who designed it, who made them, and it's also things that we love.
Translating that onto the screen, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand how like the colors can change when you're like on camera, right?
Yes.
And like to highlight all that stuff, and so it's like a legit job, a legit career, and it's very interesting because like a lot of them will tell you the process of everything and like the research that went behind these characters, because then ultimately they do become Halloween costumes, right?
And understanding as well, I think like an important thing is understanding like the theme and the time and place that this certain film, this certain show is going to be like set on, because that's very important. So if you have a 70s type of show or movie, but you're dressing like right now, then it's not gonna make sense. So it's like it's a part of that, like costume design. Like you have to really like, okay, in the 70s they would wear this, or in the 90s, or like we're going very futuristic, like with all this stuff. So it's like it goes,
is this character?
You get to go like out of your mind a little bit and like kind of touch a little bit of like what you think. And sorry she dropped her phone. And basically setting the vibe for the movie, for the show,
and also I feel like they don't understand too that there's so many characters. Like it's not just the main character, like it's also all the background actors too. It's also the extra characters, that are like supporting characters or whatever. And so obviously they have a team that they work with, but they're the ones that come up with the whole concept, and sometimes they sew the garments and like actually make them, or sometimes they'll go and source them and they'll thrift them, or they'll shop for them, which is
cool too.
Pretty cool.
And like some of like famous costume designers that we know of is Colleen Atwood. I'm sorry, I'm like really bad.
Do you want me to do it?
I don't want to butcher their names. Okay, so you go take over.
So here are a few. So we have Colleen Atwood, right? She is better known for working with Tim Burton and Johnny Depp. So she did looks for Sweeney Todd, for Sleepy Hollow, for Alice in Wonderland. So she was the basically the costume designer that came up with all the ideas and concepts, working alongside the actor and the director too. Then you see bits of how she designs throughout all of them, because she makes it work for them, if that makes sense. So like each character is different, right? Then we have Edith Head, which she worked closely with Audrey Hepburn. Your favorite movie. I wrote her name in because of you. She did Sabrina with her.
I love that movie.
We know you love it.
I love the Audrey Hepburn version, and I love the Harrison Ford version. My favorite comfortable movies.
So she worked alongside Audrey Hepburn in that. Also in Roman Holiday and All About Eve. So she's like one of, obviously, like she did costume design way in the beginning. And then we have Milena Canonero. And she's best known for Marie Antoinette, for the Grand Budapest Hotel, for the French Dispatch. So she's worked with like directors like Sofia Coppola and Wes Anderson. Like that's mostly what she's known, which I feel like that's also another, like those directors are very well known for their costumes and for having like a whole theme with it. And so it's kind of nice to see that they work with, costume designers that get it.
Another one that I want to say, only because she made history of a Black woman winning 2 Oscars for costume design, is Ruth E. Carter. Yep. We know her for her costume designs of Black Panther 1 and 2, but she also did Babylon, Elvis, Everything and Everywhere All at Once. But she, like, I remember when they announced it at the Oscars, I was like, yes, because my thing is, her way of designing, especially for Black Panther, that movie is so beautiful. So it's good. Both the first and the second, but for us in like the fashion and artistic side of it, her hand in detail, and from taking like this is like a place that is written in the comics. This is a place that was drawn and everything, but bringing it to life, putting her own taste and spin, and just amazing like manufacturing, like everything is just so beautiful. So, and it's just this thing where it's like, that she loves what she's doing, because every single movie that she's done, each single one is just amazing.
And I feel like also, like, if you didn't know that there was such a thing as a costume designer, now you do, but they're very much like fashion designers, right? But they're focused on a single project at a time of like a movie or like this, so it's not working for like a house, like a couture house. It's more of like working with a director. And I think that's also another thing too, when how you said, when she gets her Oscar and all of like the work that she's done, right? The way that it gets translated onto screen, where it doesn't look costumey and it looks so badass. It's so cool to see that kind of work.
And especially the range between Black Panther and then Wakanda Forever, because Black Panther, we get introduced about this world of Wakanda and everything, like all that, and you get them outside of their place
in the
to
real
the
world,
real world,
quote,
and you see the difference. But yet she still like adapts into that world. But
and honoring the culture too.
But in Wakanda Forever, not only do we see more about Wakanda, but we see about the new one, about the new characters that get introduced, which is a totally different type. And this is something of like Aztec, Mayans, like,
I think it's also like very nice how you're saying how it's like a thing where like she knew how to do it. Like, well, she did the first one and it was 10 out of 10, right? But then I feel like she reinvented herself again in the second one, right? Because how you said, it's another culture, it's a blending of cultures. There's a lot of underwater, and like these costumes have to last during the whole filming process. And there's sometimes like out of the same costume you'll have 5 of them, right? Because it could get ruined, or some of them have more makeup and dirt and like whatever, like if they were fighting or something, or like others are meant to be underwater, and so it's like it's not just one costume. It's like that costume in like 5 different ways like that you could wear it, which, how you said, that's a lot of work, and that's a lot of like range to do it well.
And she like said, and like in her acceptance speech, she was like, we are reshaping how culture is represented.
Love.
And that movie itself, the Wakanda Forever, was a beautiful movie where we got from both sides. We got women empowerment, and what better than her to be able to be a part of that, making history because of that her
message.
Art and who she is, and like she's a woman and she's a woman of color, and she's making history, and she's doing it in a film that is explaining all that was going on during that time. So it was beautifully done, honestly.
I feel like if one thing makes me emotional, it's like people talking about their passion and then like them like actually like succeeding, you know, like that to me, like even that, like you saying that, like I get emotional, and I don't even know her, like, you know, but I'm just like so proud that I'm like, yes. Like you can do it, like I'm rooting for you, you know.
But if you guys haven't, please watch Wakanda Forever or any of her movies that she's done costume designs, because they are beautiful, especially the ones that we talked about, the list that we said, and like focus looking on the costume, on the design and all this stuff, and like just how beautiful it is that it's like they translate and they like bring to life this film. Like yes or no, do sometimes when we watch these films we get lost into it and we think we're a part of that world. And so like that's when you know it was written, it was filmed, and it was dressed how it should be, where you feel like you're a part of it, like you like dive into it so good because of the costumes,
of the costume design,
you know. But yeah.
I love that. No, I love that. And I think, well, like even like how you said, right, like bringing it back to Halloween, right? I feel like then that's also why, like after you watch it, you get inspired by it and you want to go and be these characters, even if it's for just a day, even if it's just for a party, but like because there's something about this character that like resonated with you, that you're like, okay, like I could embody this character for like a day, you know. It's like Cinderella or something, like for 24 hours, whatever.
And this is like this is different, like but like one person that I remember, especially with us being Latinas, is Salma Hayek, when she plays Ajak in the Eternals. And in when she's on the premiere red carpet, they're like interviewing her, and she was like, basically she was just saying how she was so happy and excited to see little Ajaks, or like women that were dressed up like her character. And she was like, as a Latina, like she's like, that is something where it's like they look up to you. She's like, and I'm glad that like in such a big cinematic universe, I have the ability to do that for other little girls that look like me, you know. And like I was able to bring that, because it's very much true. She did something for all young women and little girls that are Latinas, that look like her, how she said, you know.
And I think like, I know a lot of people say whatever they want to say about Marvel, about how it's not real cinema, blah blah blah, right? But if you think about it, like the expanse, or like the wide range of superheroes that we have now, right? Like it's not just some white dude in a cape anymore. There's like a wide range of characters now where it's not just like a white dude in a cape, right? Like no shade, right? But like now there's stories written where like it resonates with not only men, but with women, with people of color, with younger audiences, right? Like I still remember it, right? And like I have no part in that movie or anything related to it. I just literally was a spectator and I went to go see it. But I remember when the recent Spider-Man movie came out, right? Like obviously there was a wave of emotions because like everyone came out, like Toby, Andrew, right? And everything was like amazing, right? But I still remember like at the end of that movie, like everyone was walking out and like there was this little girl, Natalie, like a little girl, probably like 4 years old, and she was like dressed up like head to toe in like a Spider-Man outfit, like not Gwen Stacy, like a Spider-Man. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was like, that is so cute. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like this movie, like or this character resonated with her, and like she was like so excited about it. Like I could literally cry talking about this. But it's just like how you said, like it's cute to see like that, like the audience take that on. And I think that's why it's so special in like Halloween, like because you like you get it for a day,
and you dress up depending on what each person dresses up. But I think for little kids, they dress up with something that they love or are currently loving, obsessed with. So if it's a character, if it is an animal, if it's this, and it's like, and then us as adults, we get to be like children again.
And
we get to dress up like that. And it's like all these costume ideas, everything that goes, even if you just go to like Target or if you go to Halloween City just to buy your costume, or you make it yourself, you buy clothes that go with it. But it's like you take the time and stuff because you love these characters. And in a way, these characters mean so much to you. So it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
So
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
You know what another costume is that we could do as a sister costume?
Which one?
Princess Peach and Princess Daisy.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one, bestie.
Also, another one of my favorite movies is Edward Scissorhands. Don't tell me that's not a Halloween movie, because it is.
It is.
It is.
It's Tim Burton. Yeah. Tim Burton loves
Halloween.
I think he said that. I don't know. But anyways, we went on a full rant. We went on a full love and appreciation. Leslie teared up like twice, probably. Yep. We did our episode where we did it, and yes, we are a couple days late, a week late, but we wanted to still share it, guys. We didn't want to be like, oh, next season.
No,
I can't. We're doing this season, so maybe next season we'll be dressed up as a character when we're doing the podcast. I don't know if it'll be about Halloween, but it'll be something related to Halloween. Anyways, with that all being said, we will end our episode here. Yep.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for watching. For those that watch the YouTube version, and if you don't, you should. It is hilarious. My editing skills are getting so good.
Go ahead and look at Natalie like a zebra.
I zoom in through things, faces, and stuff that I make more than Leslie does. So
and then there's pictures too.
Yes, pictures, definition, all that stuff. Yeah. I got you, boo. I got you, Pookie. What can I say? Anyways, so with that being said, we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, thank you so much for listening. Please don't forget to leave us a review and to share this podcast with your loved ones, acquaintances, and really just anybody and everybody who will listen.
We will be releasing a new episode every Wednesday and YouTube videos every Sunday. For more behind-the-scenes content, follow us at our Instagram in fashionablylate.podcast, as well as subscribe to our YouTube. Send you guys lots of love and virtual hugs. Can't wait to see you guys next week. Bye!